Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Luxmy Gopal and Roger Johnson.
Morning, our headlines today.
For parts of northern England and North Wales too throughout the programme.
Good morning. It's Sunday, the 15th of September. The government has defended...
Theodoridis has warned of their concerns, writing...
Or it will face inevitable decline. Sir Ed will deliver his address to his party's annual conference in Brighton today. And
one of those aggrieved is Gardener Nathan. We spoke to him a year ago.
Isaacman become the first non-professional astronaut to walk in space.
2024?
It just keeps going.
Slip risk, surely. It's very glamorous.
Health and safety first. Oh, definitely. Now the time's coming up to 18 minutes past 6. It's time to have a look at the weather forecast, and Sarah's got a beautiful sunrise picture behind you. Morning, Sarah.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Morning, Luxmy and Roger. Morning to you at home too of the week. So you can see the air coming in from the east, bringing us that settled and south, perhaps turning a little bit more unsettled, and a decent outlook for the next week or so. Back to you both.
Sarah, thank you. A little bit of summery weather still to come. Thank you.
Nice, isn't it? 21 minutes past 6 now. When a fire ripped through their home in Dagenham 2 weeks ago, Lucas and Agnieszka lost everything.
And the Sunday Mirror leads on extracts from Pete Wicks's memoir. In it, the reality TV star and Strictly contestant.
Some of them on this Sunday morning. We're going to talk sculpture now at 25 past 6. A huge new sculpture, which has been 16 years in the making, has finally been unveiled on the Sheffield and Tinsley Canal in South Yorkshire.
Yes, the looped canal boat is 13 metres long and 6 metres high. It's been designed to celebrate the heritage of the canal, as our reporter Kathy Killick has been finding out.
BBC News.
That is a really striking design, isn't it? It's such a simple idea, but it looks very effective. Bendy boat.
Bendy boat, Bendy McBoatface. It needs a name, apparently. Shall we look at sport? It's just approaching 6:30. Chetan is with us this morning. Before we dive into yesterday's Premier League football, just talk to us about this threat, warning, whatever, about the government, the possibility of a football regulator, and UEFA writing to the Culture Secretary, Lisa Nandy, and saying, actually, if you bring in a football regulator, you're meddling in our game, and we might ban England from taking part in European Championships, which, of course, we're hosting them in 2028.
Absolutely. This is UEFA showing its teeth at the... Yeah, very comfortable in the end.
Chetan, thank you. We'll get more from you in an hour's time.
For now, with the time just past 6:36, it's time for the travel show.
This road tripping starts Sunday the 29th of September on BBC One and iPlayer.
Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Luxmy Gopal and Roger Johnson.
Good morning. Our headlines today.
UEFA's General Secretary Theodoridis has warned of their concerns, writing...
From there, our political correspondent, Damien Grammaticus, sent this report.
The election may be done, but here comes one political leader who is still pulling his stunts. Sir Ed Davey, enjoying himself as much as ever, as he and some of his newly elected MPs made their entrance to their party conference. And when it comes to policies, the Liberal Democrat leader is also sticking to the same themes that were part of the formula that brought him electoral success, saying his party will aim to be a constructive force in Parliament.
The priority report on health and care, we're going to be campaigning on that. We've been raising it already. Prime Minister questions, the 72 new Lib Dem MPs, we're all raising health and care for our consumers.
Famous faces joining as contestants this year. The show, of course, has faced a rocky few months with claims of bullying. 2 professional dancers have left the lineup following concerns about their behaviour. But our culture reporter, Noor Nanji, was watching as the sequins burst back onto the screen.
How the show goes on. And the focus shifts to the dancing rather than back to BBC News.
It is impossibly colourful, isn't it? And glamorous.
Very, very glamorous, very colourful. Speaking of which, we're going to Sarah now for a look at this morning's weather. And Sarah, can't help but notice that the weather pictures you've chosen are very well coordinated with your outfit.
Oh, it's not just thrown together, is it?
Yeah, carefully thought through, obviously. Yes, yeah, good morning. I can't promise you all that much glamour, but we've seen Roger and Luxmy.
Sarah, thank you. We'll speak to you a little bit later.
7:20 now. It's been nearly a year with the fact they're reviewing it and they might move some back.
I think we always have to review these things. We have
30 to 20. He says we now see cars overtaking and travelling faster than ever before.
reduces the strain on the health system as well, because obviously you're not having as many crashes. So it actually is better for communities. We're also seeing people walking and cycling more when it's 20 minutes.
Well, Lucy, thank you for coming in and spelling out some of the arguments in favour of that 20-mile zone and potentially rolling it out. So thank you for your time coming in this morning.
7:27 now. Sunday with Laura Koonsberg is on at 9 o'clock this morning. Laura joins us now. Morning to you, Laura. What's on today?
If you are, make sure and tune in at 9.
Asking all the questions that we really want to get answers to, Laura. That's what we love. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. Yeah, definitely a Paddington fan here, so I'll be looking forward to that.
Right, we're on the BBC News channel for you until 9 o'clock this morning. Still to come, celebrating the hospital that saved his life, 9-year-old Harry, given just a 1% chance of survival, is going to do a walk for charity. We're also on BBC Two, aren't we?
That's right, but this is where we say bye to viewers on BBC One. Bye for now. Good morning, this is Breakfast with Luxmy Gopal and Roger Johnson.
Yeah, grateful for your company. We're here on BBC Two and on the BBC News channel until 9 o'clock for you this morning.
Now the time is coming up to 7:31.
It sounds cheesy, not make a positive out of it, but just at least bring some awareness. And if you can help somebody,
In the public's mind. But it is also, of course, about the NHS response. We know there's inequality in access to the NHS.
Danielle, this many years on from Cece's death, do you feel that there has been a kind of gratifying sense of increased awareness? Have you noticed that in your years of campaigning?
Yeah, you're never over it, but you do learn to live with it. And at the time that Sepsis reached out, we were in a bad place, but Sepsis knew that we could both help each other. And isn't that great?
And help the public as well with
Yes.
the awareness raising you do. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for coming into the studio. Danielle and Ron, thank you.
Thank you. Right, let's catch up with the sport, shall we? Chetan is with us, and Liverpool with a setback at the start of the Premier League season, Chetan.
Chetan, thank you. We'll speak to you a little bit later this morning.
8:45, let's get a check on the weather if you're just peeking out from under the duvet. Morning, Sarah, how's it looking?
Well, I think it's not quite looking 9:15, Roger. It's 7:45.
Oh, did I say 8:45? Thank you.
Sarah, you never miss a trick.
You know what...
I thought, am I going crazy?
No, it's
Don't
us.
worry, everyone.
Thank you, Sarah.
It's 7:45. Good morning to you. Well, it's a bit of a mix, Roger and Luxmy.
Sarah, thank you very much indeed. Accurate weather forecast and accurate time check as well. Brilliant, thank you. Just Sunday though, right?
Well, I think we should check with Sarah because she's the only one awake.
It's not like we haven't got a clock in front of us, is it?
Well, and I can tell you now, accurately, the clock says it's coming up to 7:49. Headlines coming up at 8, but now on Breakfast, it's time for Click.
More from us on iPlayer as usual. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you soon.
Good morning and welcome to Breakfast with Luxmy Gopal and Roger Johnson.
Good morning. Our headlines today. England could be excluded from the European Championships. What are we expecting him to say?
Well, there are really three things to look out for today, Roger. First, as you've just mentioned, health and social care. It was mentioned yesterday. It's been talked about by Ed Davey.
A 5-star rooftop in Beverly Hills, some famous faces, and you have the BAFTAs Tea Party. BBC News, Los Angeles.
Plenty of glamour in California, lots of it close at home too as well now, because Strictly Come Dancing is back. It returned for its 20th anniversary series last night with
all the sequins, all the confetti, a lovely bit of sparkle on this Sunday morning.
Very exciting, isn't it? Carol did Strictly, didn't she?
Yes,
yeah?
she did. She was brilliant.
Outstanding, I thought. You've not had a call yet, Sarah?
Oh, not yet, but I loved going and supporting our Carol when she did it.
She was great, wasn't she? Really
Sarah, you're
Wasn't
just
she?
busy looking after your miniature dog in the background there, that's why.
That's true, yeah. Gorgeous morning if you're out for a dog walk first thing this morning. Good morning to you. Bit of a mixed picture across palliative care. According to a major report by Marie Curie, getting the pain relief they need in the last about hospice funding, as at the moment to see what comes in the next few months or years in terms of funding. Well, thank you so much, Toby, for coming in today to speak to us.